Oi, AppleandApps.com here. We're checking out Tiny Thief, which is a new game published by Rovio, which is a stealth-based game, and it follows up Icebreaker, and it has the same similar highly polished style, a lot of personality packed in. In this case, you're playing as like a medieval-themed little thief trying to sneak your way around, and it's a bit of a Robin Hood vibe, as you're usually trying to steal from these arrogant landowners, and there's pirate action, and there's corrupt police officer, all that kind of stuff. So as you can see, you simply tap to move forward, and then when you go by certain objects, they're interactive, and you tap, for instance, that little orange button, and that sends something out, and it lets you interact with an object. So in this case, it's the chicken, because we want to distract that guy so we can take one little object from him. And you never want to be seen like any stealth-based game. So dive into this little barrel right like quick. And gotta just make sure they have our back turned to us. The little comic scene at the start showed us that we're trying to save this pig. And to do so, we're gonna have to work with all these different objects. There's a lot of things going on. You kind of just gotta experiment and work your way forward. Get this watermelon into place, because that lets us keep the mole right there, because right now if you try to get the bunny, you can't because you're not high enough. The mole lifts you up, so then you can access that bunny, like so. And then say we want to get up to this balloon. Let's try to do that. Raccoon comes up and stops us. So we collected this jar earlier, and let's put it out and see. Now the raccoon's going to get that, so that means we can go out the balloon because he's distracted. So you're going to kind of balance these various objects going on, all in an attempt to get the greater goal of saving this pig in this particular level. So now you see that the balloon directly interacts with the bunny, and then this bird comes along like that. Bunny then frees the goose. Goose then scares away the landowner, and now we have access to the pig. So it's all like a connected puzzle, and you just got to work your way through it. In addition to the main objective of saving the pigs, there's other objectives. So in this case, there's a few small hidden little objects that you can, like there, right? That's our pet ferret that we just rescued. You see at the top of the screen. There's kind of a 3-star scoring system, which is figuring out and finding these special hidden objects. The ferret pops up occasionally. Right here, this little bird brings out this little bouncy ball that we can collect, like so. It's all about figuring it out. Again, it's a puzzle experimentation that has the base of stealth, made to be touched, and then just go on it from there. So the chicken left just a little golden egg, and like so. Actually, there. So the goose goes up there to go after the main guy. He's trying to hide away in his house, and we can open it. So the world is tappable. You just gotta tap around. So that's how to complete that level in full, and that's saving the pig. So now we'll go on to the next level. And all told, there's going to be 6 different overall quests, and there's 5 levels per quest, so you're going to have different environments, different themes that your tiny thief is going to be dealing with. And so that was Rumbling Stomach, you can see, and now we're on to Corrupt Sheriff. So let's dive in and show you what that has in store. There's a lot going on. Again, these levels are quite advanced because we're not doing the tutorial. Of course, for in-action videos from Apple and Apps, we like to dive in further than that. So now we're trying to get this corrupt sheriff. As you can see in the bottom right, he's just, I mean, that's horrible. Taking stuff from kids, come on. And again, we're just going to work our way forward, figure out just what items we can interact with, and then once you get a good idea of how many different interactive items there are per level, you can start to piece them together to figure out the overarching aspect. Because when you first start off, there's really not the greatest guidance. You have the overall goal, but getting there is just a question mark, really. So you got to work your way forward. Again, you have this really detailed, highly polished theme, as I said. So the axe, we're not going to use that just yet. Oh, so candy is one of the objects we can take. Actually, let's try the axe and see what happens. Okay, so we saw that you lose, but there's auto-intelligent checkpoints, so we can start off just like that didn't happen. And so we'll get the candy again. And we see that that big lollipop's going to smash this barrel, so we need to get the sheriff over to that barrel to get him away from that coin piggy bank. Because in doing so, he takes it with him everywhere, obviously. So we want to get it from him because that's the goal of this game, or this level. And so we can kind of send these little candies out, feed them, essentially. And so with that, let's see some good action right here. Boom! That is sweet. Especially for such an ass that that guy is. And then, as you can see, there's just going to be various things to discover like that guy just by tapping on that bell in the center of the screen. And then this store, it's like a little bit of a roulette wheel, or jackpot. Those are two different objects to collect. So let's go pick up some of the stuff that we freed. Pick up that. Pick up that. And it's all just, you tap where you want to move, tap with the objects you want to interact with, and go from there. So we've got 3 of the 4 different things, so that means there's another hidden object in here. And the ferret's hiding somewhere as well, but for the sake of getting through this video, we'll just complete it. We don't want it to take too long. So that's that level. Let's dive into the next one. We'll show you a good 3 levels so you get a gist of Tiny Thief to decide if it's right for you. It's really all about the main stealth basis expanded with these deluxe stories or through those cutscenes, and then you got the little unexpected surprises as you tap on various interactive objects that you aren't clear. When you start the level, you're not sure what exactly is going to be available. Oops. Messing around there and got caught. So let's see, with that in mind, part of the game is kind of going through the process and dying a few times, or at least being caught a few times. Trial and error type of setup. So now he can't see us, we're hidden up here. And so we'll be ready to jump down the ladder when he goes past. Like that. As you can see, we're trying to save Granny. So we can try to get that blue key, but that might be pushing things. So we might have been caught. So we'll let him go through his process again and then come back and get the blue key once he's not looking at us, because we'll have more time the next time through. So now we'll go back up, back turned, grab this key, dive back into the cellar, and we can free one guy now because we have a blue key. And you can see that he has a red key right on his belt, so we're going to have to get rid of him in some way. And we got a new object to interact with. So the jester's not going to go up there with him looking, obviously. So let's dive up here really quick, run up the ladder. See how he's tossing the key? It's a timer that lets you kind of indicate he has 3 to go through in sequence. But now we got like a big dumbbell, and let's drop it on the dummy. And with that in mind, we'll dive back down. Jester's gonna get free, and he just opened something up. So this is one of the interactive elements in the game. Interesting. So we got the red key, and we collected one of the items. So we'll dive back down, and now we can save the little boy with our red key, like that. And they left behind a torch, which should help us over here because you can see it's black on the right bottom section, like that. Oh, I missed it. The ferret just popped up in the safe right there. So we'll get the yellow key. And then, sometimes you just want to tap on a few things in the environment to see if they're pickups. So now we can save this granny, which is the ultimate goal of this level. Got it that time. So granny's moving nice and slow. But this is essentially what Tiny Thief has in store for you. This is our Apple and Apps in Action video. And we'll be sure to talk to you next time.